Всем привет! Сегодня я наконец-то начну этот ивент проходить. Дыхание анемонии. Ну, один день остался до ивента, я всегда вовремя записываю. Я хотел записать раньше, но и задумал то, что он не так уж быстро закончится, но время летит быстро, так что я забыл про этот ивент. Так что снова проходить.
Hey there, Catherine!
Good day, you two. It's nice to see you.
So, got any jobs for us?
I'm afraid I'd struggle to find. With the arrival of the Windbloom Festival, the only task most Mondstadters are busy with is think of this period as the off-season for the Mondstadt. Spring is here, love is in the air, and everyone wants to relax and enjoy themselves. Even the
Ew. Grub. You know that feeling you get when you burst out the doors after a nice nap, hoping to make it to the store before the limited edition drinks sell out, only to get there just...
Perhaps you two could simply take this chance.
Traveler, Paimon, thank goodness I found you.
Whoa! Sucrose? What is wrong with you? That's no way to greet a friend we have...
No, not help like in the Windbloom sense.
Go ahead, Sucrose. We don't have anything else to do right now.
Phew. Okay, here's the situation. I've been appointed as the Windbloom Festival's special ambassador. My task is to do good deeds for people during this festival of gratitude and love.
Nice one! So how did they decide who to appoint any?
They spun an empty bottle donated by Angel's Share inside a circle with all our names on it. Whoever's name the bottle stopped at got chosen. I think so too. But everyone said that it was to make it fair, so everyone had an equal chance to become the special ambassador. The thing is, I'm not great at dealing with people, so I was really daunted by it at first. Luckily, I came up with a way to spur myself on, which has helped.
Is that a test tube?
Yep, every time I do a good deed for someone, I get them to breathe into a test tube. That way...
Sounds... fascinating!
Yes. I believe these breaths of joy will serve as valuable raw materials for alchemical transmutation. With any luck, I'll be able to produce something truly miraculous.
Darn, now Paimon...
Actually, I meant something even... I can't say for sure until I have more test results to confirm my hypothesis, though. Alchemists mustn't make claims. Anyway, I'm still missing one
Oh, is that all you need help with? Then just treat Paimon to a sweet madame. Then you'll get your last breath of joy. Hey, come on! Paimon's doing her best to help. So, does it need to be...
No, joy isn't measured in those... Let me put it this way. Have you ever planted a fruit seed and cared for it while it... In the same way that those tender, sweet fruits are the product of your time and effort, the amount of joy derived from an experience... For example, in my case, I would say that to experience a statistic... Similarly, in order to collect a significant amount of joy from other...
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Long story short, you want us to help you find people... Oh, that's pretty tough given that it's the Wimble...
Oh, I figured since you're such experienced travelers, you might have some ideas. But if you... Really? You have a plan?
Well, if he's in, then Paimon will help too. With the But, if things don't work out, can Paimon... Oh, come on, Traveler. This is a festival of gratitude and...
Excuse me, Sucrose? Could I borrow you for a second? Package for you.
Oh, sure. Be right back.
Wait! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? That's Kale, right? When did she... Let's go say hi! Kale! Hey!
you guys?
You were staring into space just now. Something the matter?
No. I was just looking at a Mondstadt children's book in the souvenir shop. While I was flipping through it, a piece of paper fell out. The writing on it was really... If you can do these things, you may light the lantern of...
And what does these...
Find a flower that is not of this world. Find a guide who will never get lost. So, 4 things in total. Here, have a look. I asked a lady who owns the store about it, but she's... Hi there. Sorry to butt in, but... What's the name of that... Oh, it was called the That is strange. Do you know her?
Let Paimon do the honors. Kale, this is Sucrose, an alchemist with the Knights of Favonius.
Hello. Hi.
This is getting awkward fast. They're both so shy.
So, Sucrose, what are your thoughts on this? Without having done any research, but if you want my subjective opinion, I don't think that it's a nasty prank or any... The only people who read children's books are those with a childlike wonder and imagination. Or children, of course. I'm sure that whoever... Would they really do this just to spread lies and ruin someone's innocence? That's a great take. I love it.
Exactly. Who would want to hurt...
Okay, so... What do you think the if I had to guess, maybe a fairy that can make people... I haven't read many fairy tales, so this is pure speculation. With no other information on hand... Wow! Her guesswork is really good, though. I want to pick her brain some more, but... Will she find it annoying if I keep asking her questions? We've only just met after all. What's the best thing to say to someone you're meeting for the first time? Well... yes. Then, what would you wish for, Kale?
Huh? You can't waste it on that. You've got a great personality already.
That's very kind of you. But...
Kale!
I know that voice!
Kale! You made good time, huh? You're way earlier than I spotted your green hair way off in the distance. Good thing my eyes are sharp, or I'd have missed you.
Amber! Have you been doing well? Did you... finish all the pita pockets I brought you?
You bet. They're getting yummier each time you make them.
Huh? Wait, remind Paimon, have you been to Mondstadt?
A long time ago, I had a lot of help from a lot of... So ever since my Elazar got better, I've been looking out for an opportunity to come back to Mondstadt and tell them all the news that I've been cured.
If it's okay with everyone, why don't I take Kale for a walk around town? I'd like to show her some...
Of course. Fine.
Sure, go right ahead.
Sorry. I agreed to meet my traveling companions by the city gate in a few minutes, so... I can't go with you just yet.
Oh, that's all right. In that case, you guys go rest up, and I'll go see Master Jean to ask for...
Oh, okay.
Traveler Sucrose, could you look after Kale for now? I'll come get her later and take her out. There's still a whole bunch of people...
Sure, no problem.
Awesome. See you later then.
You all right there, Kale? You look kind...
I'm sorry. I'm just feeling a little shy today. Amber wants to introduce me to more of her friends. I've only met Sucrose so far. I wish I had a little more self-confidence. Then I'd find... it's nearly time! let's go to the gate and see if they...
Черный экран прошел, да? О, блядь, кто прошел сюда.
Why is this humble windmill such a great view?
I mean, it's understandable. It must have been a long time since you...
Because it is the true Great Vayu Viastra? Oh, come on. Don't tell me you don't... View, Vayu, and also Mahamatra, Vayu Viastra.
Kainari, Sino, over here!
Whew, am I glad to see you. And who's this young lady?
Master, this is Sucrose, an alchemist with the Knights of Favonius. We just met. Sucrose, this is my teacher, Tainari. He's a highly respected forest watcher in Sumeru, and he's also a very...
Kale's exaggerating. I'm Tainari.
So you have a teacher as well. The pleasure is all mine, Tainari's... Yep, he's extremely knowledgeable too. And this is General Mahamatra Sino of the Sumeru Academia.
Greetings. Though if I might say so, we're purely here for personal reasons. You needn't be unduly concerned. And Kale, there's no need to use my full title. Sino is fine. Or sir.
Indeed. We're not here in an official capacity. Just to keep...
Keep me company? But it was you two that insisted on coming.
Kale is very important to us. We felt obliged to ensure her safety on the long treacherous...
But I've been here on my own loads of times before.
What about your work, though? What if something bad happens while the General Mahamatra's away?
There should be no issues. I have left my duties in the hands of my subordinates, and...
Oh, Sucrose. What were you saying about you? I was just going to mention that I think we're in a somewhat similar situation. I'm an assistant to Mr.
Oh, please, Sucrose. Genius is an unnecessary epithet.
Mr. Albedo. But it is an...
Hey, Albedo's here too! Great!
So tell me, Sucrose, since your specialty is bioalchemy, what do you know about the antitoxic properties of the calla lily?
Wait! Can we hold off on the nerdy topic for now? Paimon doesn't want to be left out.
Oh, as it happens, I've studied the calla lily in quite some detail before. With it, I wrote a whole report on my findings. If you're interested, Mr.
we're supposed to be here on vacation, and you're already thinking about how to improve your herbal medicines? Also, I thought we...
What new identities?
Mine was Adventurer Sino, skilled desert explorer. Tainari's was technological consultant to the treasure hoarders, and Kale's was traveling musician. Very much so.
I do wish some of the less cautious adventurers in the Avidya forest would consider coming to Mondstadt instead. What Philanimo mushrooms lack in texture, they make up for in not causing vomiting or diarrhea.
Are you contemplating using some compounds from the calla lily as active ingredients in a
Yes, I gathered a few on the way here, and my initial research suggests...
Okay, I got it, but... As much as I don't... It takes a huge amount of experimental data to conclusively prove how different drugs interact. Add in the time for procurement and delivery of essential materials, and I'm not sure...
Then please, allow me to help.
Mr. Albedo.
Apologies for my tardy entrance in the present discussion. I understand you're looking to make an antidote for poisonous... If you happen to have some samples with you, or relevant documentation on hand, perhaps... But before that, I invite the...
lodging arrangements. Were you quietly writing this up the whole time? Paimon didn't even notice.
Hardly. Rather, I should apologize for interrupting a serious discussion between trained professionals, especially after they've traveled so far to be here. Nevertheless, I would encourage you to have a knowledgeable local arrange your detailed itinerary while you're in Take a look. And should you find anything here to be objectionable...
This is too kind of you. These arrangements are quite
It looks great! Even Paimon feels like tagging along for the food and board. Wait! Doesn't Paimon's opinion matter anymore? Paimon's technically a guest in Mondstadt.
Very comprehensive. The adventurer, technological consultant, and musician.
Just one thing. We'd like the chance to cook as well. Why don't we...
I'll help pitch the tents.
I can help too.
And Paimon will take him to Good Hunter to order some starters. Mondstadt's cold cut platter is not...
Great. Then it's decided. Sucrose and I will bring the three of you to your inn for a quick rest.
Sure, coming right up. Would you like anything else?
Do we, want anything else? Yay! So you do remember, and Paimon will give you the sweet flower from that sweet madame as a windbloom. No need to worry about that. Paimon can...
All right, just a
Oh, that was great. If that was a windbloom treat, then Paimon wishes it could be the windbloom.
All right. Looks like we're all here.
Not at all. We just came early to set everything up, since Kale put up the tent so quickly, but still managed to tie very sturdy knots. I didn't do much apart from passing materials around.
Thanks. It's all thanks to Master and Sino. They taught me everything I know.
What can I say? For a skilled adventurer, this is...
Are you quite finished? Or were you going to sing each other's praises till the moon rises? That sunshine sprat was really very good. I didn't watch you cook it, but I believe that the prominent umami flavor of the dish...
That's correct. Any further deductions?
Let me think. The aroma was quite uniform. Unlike that of a spice blend, it was also unfamiliar to me. As far as edible Mondstadt plant species are concerned, calla lilies are usually used in soup. Small lampgrass?
That's right. I've long heard that Sumeru's fish with cream sauce is noted for its gentle texture, which brings out the tenderness of the fish. Here in Mondstadt, we're not quite as varied in the use of spices as in Sumeru, but the principle of bringing...
I liked it a lot. I'm curious as to the exact ratio of ingredients.
I'll write a copy of the recipe for you.
Would anyone like to try the nutrient-dense meal I made?
I'll have some.
What about you, Kale? It doesn't look like you've eaten very...
No. I just don't... Sorry.
Tainari. While we were on the road, we spotted something white, walking on two legs.
Which day was this?
Just after passing through Stonegate.
Sino, are you sure your eyes were working that day? Or maybe your Paimon always flies. There's no way she'd ever walk.
Is that right? I thought that you'd made me snacked on too many local
Так, меня как сильно отвлекают.
No? Not funny? Ground, you know. As in ground up, but also the ground. Ground nuts make you fall to the ground.
Think of this as part of the process of getting to know Sino. The brights...
Still, we could test the hypothesis.
What hypothesis?
That plant species indigenous to Mondstadt may have an effect on the motor functions of flying lifeforms.
Hey! Paimon's not your test set anyway! By your logic, wouldn't that mean that eating, say, Zaitun peaches, that would make us sick? Hey! Not you two!
I think the Traveler and Paimon's conversations are more entertaining than...
I see. You must have been keeping...
You seem much cheerier now that you're here in Mondstadt, Sino.
That's because I'm Sino the Adventurer. It's not?
In fairness, you only saw him in his work mode while you were in Sumeru. He's actually like this most of the time when he's in a...
Yep, it's true. Sometimes when he's eating, he'll grumble about how the bowl is too shallow for the amount of food it contains and
I understand. Then allow me to reintroduce myself. Before, you knew...
Yeah, so that's another thing he does. He'll keep repeating something he thinks...
So you have two different mental states? Almost like different phases of matter.
I think in your case, the two states we would end up with would be... Oh, by the way, was there any reason in particular that...
Oh, well, Lisa once told me that the Windbloom Festival is one of Mondstadt's biggest events of the... I wanted to take this opportunity to give everyone a Windbloom, as a token of my heart...
Plus, it was a good chance for Kale to get out and meet some new people.
Kale Lily.
What?
Kale's Windbloom. Maybe she should call it a Kale Lily. It sounds... There's also cauliflower, which would technically make more sense. But some...
Look.
Moving swiftly on...
Wow. He just completely ignored the joke and carried on the conversation. Guess so.
Sumeru's been through some major changes recently. I don't get many opportunities to take a vacation. And this was a chance to join Kale on her trip while also learning a few...
How about you, Sino?
I came to ensure Kale's safety.
That's just an excuse. Plain and...
Also, there's the matter of a Genius Invocation TCG custom-made card back.
Aha! So you did have an ulterior...
Have you all played Genius Invocation TCG before? And that is why I am proud to call you my friend. When I first began contemplating getting a new card back, I asked around before eventually deciding a friend of mine, Sawada, whom I played cards with on occasion, had been to Inazuma for the Irodori festival. He told...
Halks?
You mean, he's a friend of yours?
I see. So, you came to Mondstadt in search...
No, that is inaccurate. I came here principally to protect...
You most certainly did not. Kale's been here on the quiet...
Not only me, same applies to...
If my writer friend were here now, I'm sure he would describe this curious coincidence.
Oh, here he comes.
Wait, you mean you're Mr. Calx?
Having my new friends address me by my pen name feels... somewhat unusual.
Huh. So you're Calx. Sino's been talking about you non-stop recently. He's...
You didn't have to say all that.
I don't usually take private commissions, but I believe that we are friends now. Our conversations have been deep and interesting, and Sino?
Obviously.
And given that you've come all this way from Sumeru to see me, I'd be quite honored to take this commission.
Wow, your teacher's so nice.
I feel the same about yours. Well, they definitely have different personalities, but they're similar.
So, how much should I budget for the timeless master?
Surely, timeless masterpieces.
Any artwork fit to appear on the reverse of my card decks is by definition a timeless masterpiece. Even if I do say so.
Don't mind him. These TCG nutjobs.
I see. So, this has an almost religious
My jokes? You like them?
I do.
Really? I didn't see.
Yeah, well, the joke's ability to induce laughter is...
If I might interrupt, does anyone else smell something strange?
My nutritional meal!
Will it be okay? Should we go?
Only the base is burned. We can still use the cooking pot.
Good thing Tainari's nose is so sharp. Has he been in this kind of situation a lot before?
I know, it's just... I'm sorry to disappoint Sino. Oh, yes. I'm not sure if you've noticed... Kale seems a little... depressed. I noticed she was in a low mood when everyone was talking. Remember that note she received? I was just thinking. I want to try solving this riddle and giving Kale the chance to accept the...
Oh, yeah! She's someone who needs your help.
Exactly. Maybe she'll be willing to breathe into my test tube. But anyway, back... As much as I'd like to make progress in my research...
All right, we'll help out.
You will? Then tell me, honestly.
Huh? Right!
All right. Let's meet at the alchemy crafting bench in the city. We're back.
Oh, what a shame. You just missed a joke about windmills.
Stop, please. I don't need to hear it a fifth.
That bad, huh?
Didn't you say you want to see the Dragon of the East at some point?
Tomorrow morning. And you? What are your...
I'll go into the mountains to have a stroll and collect a few plants to sample.
Oh, perhaps I could join you? I'll be looking for inspiration for these card back illustrations.
Found you!
Еще и вы тебе пришли.
I knew I was onto something as soon as I saw the fire.
Wow, you have really...
That's an outrider for you.
Uh-oh. Did we break the fire safety rules or something?
Actually, you didn't. Strictly speaking, you should have reported your plans first. But since two of our very own alchemists are here... yes, introductions. I'm Amber, and this is the Reconnaissance Company Captain Eula, a good friend of mine.
Good evening. You are friends of Kale, yes? A pleasure to meet you.
Oh, Amber and Eula. The pleasure is ours. I've heard a lot about...
Oh, really? All positive?
You asked that last time, too. Of course.
I'd say... We hear the latest news about you every time you write to Kale.
Glad to know we've made a good impression so far. Anyway, we're just here. Come on, Kale. We're gonna take you to check out a few scenic spots.
Okay, great.
Still as high and...
You know Amber?
Yes, we've met. She's Kale's most important friend.
That's Amber for you. Her outgoing person.
It's getting late, and we still have a lot lined up tomorrow. I suggest we...
All right, I'll start packing up.
You're gonna get the tone-deaf bard to check out that note, aren't Guess Paimon knows you pretty... Knowing him, he should be hitting the taverns around this time. We can go corner him and make him answer our questions.
Вот, давай не лагай, мы не вдвоем. А, вот он сидит.
it's been a while.
Paimon called it. Tone deaf bard drinking as usual. Put your drink down and get your game face on. We've got.
Okay.
So, what do you make of it?
Aren't you forgetting something? It's the Windbloom Festival right now.
Well, if you won't tell us the answer, could you at least tell us if this...
Sounds to me like you want a hint or two. A fine answer. The person who wrote this prophecy is very powerful. If you manage to solve the riddle, good things are sure to happen. Also, I happen to know where... Once you've found the 4 things, I'll even write the location down for you. Isn't that generous of me?
Whatever. We weren't expecting... You can get back to guzzling wine and blowing wind now.
Oh, woe is me. Paimon sees me as nothing more than a drunk. There are actually a great many things that we bards are required to do. It just happens that enjoying life is the... Once this is over, would you like to join me for a drink? You know, a favor for a favor.
A flower that is not of this world. Not...
Sucrose! We've got some good news and some bad news.
Let's have the...
Huh? Really? Don't most people usually want to hear... Oh, all right then. Basically, we went to Windrise. The wind said that the prophecy is real and that your idea is a really good one.
That doesn't sound like bad news. So what's the real...
Paimon ate the bad news!
Сайна, блять.
Blame Sino. If it's not funny, then it's his fault.
It's fine. Well, now, back to the other issue I've been mulling. I was thinking about the flower that is not of this world. It could mean a human-cultivated variety that doesn't occur in... So, the initial question is, can the flower's origins be traced back to a natural organism? But then, supposing we identified something outside of that category, whose job would it be to decide whether it belongs in this world or not? Then the...
Whoa, slow down! Paimon's head is already starting to spin.
Okay, I did have one other line of thought as well. What about a flower created using alchemy? Would that be not of... Albedo may know the answer, but asking him right away would be like asking the teacher for the... It would render our search for the truth meaningless.
Could it be the Windbloom?
Oh, now that you mention, the Windbloom doesn't refer to a specific flower. Everyone defines what... In which case, the Windbloom doesn't exist in reality. I've made a note. Okay, I better...
Yay! Paimon was actually useful this time! Guess we have that sweet madame to thank, huh?
I'll need some time to prepare. Could we meet up here and...
Sure thing! In the meantime, we'll also think about the other... But, since we're really going for this now...
I originally wanted to leave it as a surprise for her. But you're right, Paimon. I'll need to be careful how I word it. All right.
То есть сам ивент уже открылся, да, я так понял? Ну, сначала долгогруз будет. Так, сколько здесь? 3 главы. Начинаем 2-ю главу. Чуть-чуть. Ну. Так, скорее всего, я сейчас немножко позаписываю и буду разделять. Скорее всего, я не знаю, долго будет, да? Поскольку 3 часа, скорее всего, где-то ну 2 часа, может, час с чем-то. Так что я сейчас немножко позаписываю и буду вторую часть записывать сразу.
Sucrose, we're here!
Oh, Traveler, Paimon. I only and Kale just passed by a moment ago. She said apparently Tainari and Sino both went out, but she stayed behind because she want not too bad. After reviewing it again with fresh eyes, I came up with a new theory. I believe that each of the 4 things in the prophecy refers to a different field of knowledge. So, in a way, but it's unlikely for any one person to have expertise in all these different areas. So I suggest that we seek out one. Also, in 2 out of the 4 areas, the prophecy seems to want us to find specific people.
So it sounds like we should put our heads together and...
Exactly. I think we can go through each riddle in turn and generate 4 groups of names to match the 4.
Alright, then let's start from group 1. The first riddle was... a flower that is not of this...
Personally, I would still go with Albedo for this one. Alchemy is the most likely to have to do with otherworldly...
Exactly! You're the creator of the tetratanic sweet flower. Who knows?
Huh?
Oh, but what about Tainari? He's a forest watcher and...
Alright, I'll add him to the list as on to group 2. This subject is... a god...
that's kind of abstract.
Wait, but they have to be able to guide others too. So it's...
Oh, you mean Mona? Yeah, she
Mona. Yes, she certainly seems very confident.
Would Bennett count? Well, his luck's so bad that as long as you go in the opposite direction from him, you'll always be going the right...
I see.
Add him to the list. Finding everyone won't take long, so one extra person won't...
I know. Would Outrider Amber be a valid candidate?
Yeah, she would! She's got a great sense of direction after all. As a matter of fact...
Yes, she's certainly a...
Is there anyone else?
Let me think. Albedo once made a set of equipment for Mika from the reconnaissance company. He's their surveyor, and an exceptional pathfinder. He's even instructed others in the discipline of surveying before. So, in my view...
Cool! Another one for our list!
Wait. Kale should have been here by now. Wonder what's taking her so long. Sorry.
Oh, you wanna go see how she's doing, right?
Hi, Kale. Hope we're not intruding or anything.
Sucrose! Is it time already? Oh no,
Don't worry. The Traveler and I only just met up. We were just worried that you might get lost along the way.
Thank you. I'm ready to join you now.
So let's pick up where we left off.
Next up is the 3rd line. One who would never lie. Anyone spring to mind? You really think so? Seems like it would be pretty Then what about Kaya? He's the cavalry captain and a rather popular figure. You think there's something fishy about him too, huh? Yeah, he's definitely a sneaky one. I can't help but agree. There's the tone-deaf bard. But on second thought, he wouldn't qualify either.
Acting Grandmaster Jean? she has a good name in that regard. But from what I know, for example, when Lisa loses track of time in the library and misses her patrol shift, also, she sometimes makes up stories to get Klee to behave. Like the one about the big monster that...
White lies are still lies, but do we really have to reject her because of some harmless fibs? No, we're the ones being strict.
Rosaria doesn't strike me as the type of person to lie. Oh, Kale, you probably haven't met her yet, have you? She's a sister from the church who looks... she stopped by the alchemy bench once, a long time ago, and I thought maybe she was trying to find him, for work or something. But when I asked, she just said that she was curious about him because he was so intelligent, and wanted to talk to... A lot of people might have given a more tactful justification, but I could see in her face that she wasn't trying to hide anything. She was just very direct and straight. That's why I don't think of her as the lying type.
Rosaria doesn't look like the sort of person you'd want to get into a fight with. Maybe she just fights her way out of situations.
I can definitely see that. I've also heard the other sisters say that Rosaria doesn't even make excuses when she skips choir.
She's a tough cookie, huh?
In that case, I think Sino fits in this list too.
True. Lying's probably more trouble than it's worth for someone like him. Oh, and Paimon also nominates Razor, but he couldn't lie to save his life.
I've also got someone else in mind. Noelle, the trainee knight. She's a very honest...
Alrighty, write her name down too.
Wait, there's one more person.
Huh? You mean...
Yes, him. Truth be told, he's been love-struck recently. He swore that he wouldn't say a dishonest word or slack off until he succeeds in getting the woman he loves.
Timaeus has a crush?
Yes, that's right.
Well, who is it? Do you...
I've never met her. All I know is that she's from Liyue. Timaeus says that she's fun, has a great personality. Since we're on the topic, helping Timaeus win the lady of his dreams was also...
But how can we help with that?
I don't know. Make sure he uses nice paper and a fancy envelope when he sends letters to her?
Yeah. I had the same situation once in the Avidia Forest. I helped...
Yep, that sort of thing exactly. Oh, also, I helped him with some of the groundwork.
Is it any good?
I mean...
Sounds like a no.
Alright,
Okay, so last of all, we have...
Lisa, perhaps? A librarian understands books best, and aren't most legends...
When I think about legends, fairy tales and picture books come to mind.
Maybe Kale. She read a lot of fairy tales when Tainar...
Oh, of course you do. I'll put you on the list. I prefer to read things like an illustrated analysis of alchemical substances and their uses, the fascinating principles of...
Point taken.
Klee might be a good choice. Her mother, Alice, is a renowned traveling author, so I'll bet she's...
Alright then, Klee makes...
Well, that should just about do it. Next up...
Do we have to ask absolutely everyone on the list?
It is. So, I was thinking that...
Okie dokie.
Also, I've thought of a method of gathering...
No problem. We can do that.
You and the Traveler are practically joined at the hip, so you two can go together.
Capable Kale and sensible Sucrose. Sounds like a...
Okay. I promise I'll help.
Rest assured that the unbeatable Traveler and Paimon will do our part too.
А телепорт, блядь, что ли, нахуй?
I plan on starting from the person with the most defined stronghold. So, let's go to the library.
Stronghold. That's it.
Maybe Den?
How about...
Без черного. Да.
Here we are. Lisa's lair.
Oh no. That was a bad word choice. Now Sucrose is using it. It's all my...
Lisa, might I ask if... Huh?
О, здорово.
Sucrose. Kale.
I can only sucrose that they were kale-ing on someone. At least that's as far as I know.
Please, just stop it with these puns. I beg you.
Is Lisa...
Surprising, isn't it? She went out. I'm afraid it's just us here
Except me. I'm not here for information. Like you, I came here for an abortive search for the librarian, who is also my academia senior.
Oh, so you...
That's right. Her mentor in Sumeru was also my benefactor. We were both
Wow, that's cool. But wait, we're getting sidetracked. We came here to look for some information.
Oh? What sort of prophecy?
I see. You want to ask them about the flower that is not of this...
But there's no rush. You don't need to answer right away. We're just here to tell you about the situation. You can take your time to think it over and submit any thoughts you have in written form.
The Sucrose mailbox?
Yep. I was thinking about it on the way. And although they seem like trick questions, there's a lot... So, I decided to place a mailbox next to the alchemy crafting table. Everyone can submit their written... We don't have to call it the Sucrose mailbox, though. It could just as well be called the Sucrose and Kale mailbox. Or even...
I think in this case, we can just go with your quick answer.
Sounds like a good solution. Certainly more reliable than verbal.
Agreed. Certainly when it comes to discerning whether someone is a liar or not.
Understood. Once we've had a look into it, we'll place our reply.
Thank you all so much. Okay, let's tick them off the list and carry on.
I'm pleasantly surprised to see those two introverts getting along so well.
Do you get the feeling that Kale's return to Mondstadt has emboldened her?
Yes, I'd noticed that too.
Traveling and meeting old friends are both good for the body and soul. And isn't rediscovering one's youth while revisiting old haunts a worthwhile pursuit?
When I first met Kale, she'd never known happiness or youth, but things are different now. Her Elazar being cured was a huge...
Kale is a very sensitive and introverted child. I'm sure you must have noticed that too, Albedo. From the time she's been in my care, I've observed that she's actually a very lively character by nature.
So, might I assume that your respective claims of looking for plants and artists in Mondstadt were...
I wouldn't say that. Both Kale and Genius Invocation TCG are very important.
Would it really kill you to just say yes in this situation?
Fine. Yes. We came out of concern for Kale.
Well, it won't hurt to give her some more time. I believe...
Sounds like an extension of your own self-confidence as her teacher.
You could say that. In a similar vein, I've heard that Sumeru...
I suppose it might look like that from your perspective. Sumeru society is something of a special case. As such, academic resources equate to social capital. It is not unheard of, but the relationship between the three of us is not an academic one turned social. We've...
Oh, so the academic paper is...
I would think of us more as siblings. An equal and pure relationship.
As much as I'd prefer not to admit it.
I can understand that position. I have a younger sister myself. What you describe fits the idea of a city of learning, as I imagine it. The family is where all... By the way, who's the...
Let's not go down this rabbit hole, please.
In terms of age, I'm the eldest, of course. He just...
But your mental age is younger than that. I dare say even by enough to be the youngest sibling.
No. You will never see me admit to being the youngest sibling. Except perhaps...
guess we'll leave Kale and Sucrose to it. Fingers crossed all goes well for them. Now then, where should we go? Let's try our luck at the bulletin board, shall we? A lot of people tend to show up there at some point in the...
Это снова какая-то что ли? Так, давайте уж все-таки так не надо бить. На этом закончим. Сделаю вторую часть. Скорее всего, в 3 часика и закончится это. Так что увидимся в следующей серии. Пока-пока.